Siddharth Yadav, I'm coming to you first, and I'm coming to you based on what our reporter Imran Khan has found in Mahadevpura. You saw the report as well. He has gone to house number 35 and found that only one person lives there, but 80 people have been registered there. Just based on this one fact, Mr. Yadav, should the Election Commission investigate Central Bangalore and the elections that were held there? Maybe there is some truth to the 1 lakh vote chori allegations Rahul Gandhi is making.
No, I have no objections to accepting the fact that if allegations are made, then investigation should be done. But how are the allegations made? Can allegations be made just in press conferences? Just by sitting in your drawing room, roaming around in your garden, and then saying that we are questioning the entire electoral process of our country? How can a leader of opposition come on a stage and say, and I find it very funny when he says that I have taken the oath of the Constitution while I was sworn in as an MP, so I need not take any oath. So when you go to the Supreme Court and I'm a practicing lawyer, you don't sign an affidavit. You don't take an oath. So an MP who has taken an oath now doesn't have to take any oath in the country. That is the real question. If Rahul Gandhi believes that his allegations are true, I do not find any reason for him to not claim the same under oath. Because under oath, the country runs on rules and the constitution of our country. There's a section 23B of the electoral rules, which any person can go and claim that electoral rolls are wrong, were wrongly prepared. But when you do so, there's a section 31 of the People's Representation Act, which has to hold you accountable. Because nobody just can come out and say that the entire process is fraud. Because when we lose an election, the process is flawed. When we win, there's no problem, absolutely. So that is my point number one. Point number two, even if I believe that whatever Rahul Gandhi is saying, that is true, and I believe your report to be true, without an oath. I take that with a pinch of salt, but I believe that. How does this data come out that 80 people voted in that election? How did Rahul Gandhi get that data? 80 people can be registered on one house.
The election, at least the block election officer is saying there is nothing to prove that 80 people voted from that one house, but there is nothing to disprove that either.
And no, Shreya, there is. We must understand, and I'll tell you what the
if there
procedure
is,
of voting
then has the Election Commission stepped out and said, this is blatantly untrue? No.
And they should, and they would, and Rahul Gandhi also should come under oath and say this. Now, why am I pressing on this, Shreya, and I speak this as a citizen of our country? This is about the election process of my country. I cannot let anybody, and be it Rahul Gandhi,
but this is not anybody. Mr. Yadav, this is not anybody.
I know he's nobody.
This is the leader of the opposition.
Give me 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds. I know it's not just an anybody. He's the son of the biggest dynast family of our country. He thinks that he's above law. He thinks that he owns the country. The family has ruled the country for so long, and that is why they think that whatever they say has to be done so. He has to be held accountable. What is the problem? And I find it a serious problem when Rahul Gandhi says, I would not do it under oath. What are you hiding? What is the fear inside the heart of Rahul Gandhi that he can't come on oath? Point number one. Point number two, I'll just complete in 5 seconds. This is the entire problem why SIR has to be done. When in Bihar such problems have to be eradicated and a serious investigation have to be done and SIR has to be done, you would oppose that. You would also oppose people who are having multiple addresses, multiple voter ID cards. How do we want to solve the problem? But Rahul Gandhi doesn't want to solve the problem.
No, the Election Commission is saying that Rahul Gandhi has actually made a case for SIR all across the country, but that still doesn't answer my question. Brijesh Kalappa, opinion is divided about the Election Commission rules that are being talked about anyone having a problem with the electoral rolls, signing an affidavit, swearing an oath that the data that he has presented to the Election Commission or she has presented to the Election Commission is true as far as that person knows. But I thought this was honestly applicable only within 30 days of the electoral rolls being published. In this case, the election हुए हुए 15 महीने हो गए हैं. So does this rule where the Election Commission is asking Mr. Rahul Gandhi to swear under oath really hold or not? As I said, opinion is divided, but Brijesh Kalappa, irrespective of legal opinion being divided, Mr. Gandhi is completely convinced of the investigations he has done in this one constituency and this one assembly seat, right? Mahadevpura. He's completely convinced. he has based his entire logic and argument on the Election Commission's own data. So according to him, what he has presented to the public in a press conference is foolproof. है ना? If that is the case, the Election Commission is saying, bhai, come and sign an affidavit and take an oath and we'll investigate the matter. Why not do it? Why give them a chance not to investigate and get away with it?
See, Shreya, I think the first thing is that asking for an affidavit or a very serious charge, I think is rather juvenile. And I don't think the Election Commission should be asking for such an affidavit. Because as you know, the Election Commission is not a court of record. And if it's not a court of record, they have no business to ask for an affidavit. One. Two, this is not an election petition in that sense. And therefore, this is not an election petition which he's, filing, which has to be accompanied by an affidavit. Then the third thing is that the Representation of People's Act, under which the Election Commission draws its powers, doesn't empower them to ask for an affidavit. So I think first thing is that the asking of an affidavit is rather juvenile, and I think the Election Commission would have been, far more mature if they had actually started answering the questions. Now there are extremely serious charges. And it appears that the fact that they are asking for an affidavit, why has he not been sworn in as a member of parliament? Is he not the leader of opposition? Is he not saying what he's saying from a public platform? Is he not being heard by lakhs and crores of people? So at this point, to say that, look, give me an affidavit and only then I will hear you, I think is neither here nor there. Basically, it appears that the Election Commission does not have the answers. The first part is that when he speaks about 80 people being in a particular residence, and the local, election officer says that no, these people have perhaps not voted, and so on and so forth. This goes to the nub of the issue. What is the issue? Issue is that Mr. Gandhi is asking for one electronically readable list of voters, one. And two, he's asking for the CCTV footage. Can they not be correlated? Can the CCTV footage of a particular booth not be correlated to the voters? Can it not then be done? Because ultimately, if you're going to do it yourself, see, every time, Mr. 1 minute, Shreya, 1 minute. Every time Mr. Gandhi asks for something, Election Commission says, no, the Supreme Court has not allowed. So what does it mean? It means you are blocking information. We are in a transparent age where every information has to be made available to every citizen.
Good point.
What is the Election Commission doing? They are continuously blocking every single thing you ask for. They say no, then you give an affidavit. So what does it mean? It means that they are trying to hide information at the behest of Mr. Modi and his government.
Okay, you want 10 seconds, but
I need to.
Okay,
go ahead. To fact check my friend. I need to fact check my learned friend from Congress Party. I quoted section 23B of the preparation.
That is only in the case of an election petition, my friend.
Sir, please.
That is only in the case of an election petition.
Please, sir, let the viewers hear out the section. The section says inquiry into claims and objections. The subsection B says require that the evidence tendered by any person shall be given on oath and administer an oath for the purpose. Sir, the list that Rahul Gandhi is presenting, who knows what the list is? Who knows where the list came from? Who knows what the names in the list are? Who would know that? And point number one, point number two.
Then let the Election Commission investigate, na? Agar jhoot bol raha hai, let the Election Commission investigate. They have all digitized data.
And do what? And then do what? If it's not
the opposition
under oath,
does not have.
If it is not under oath, if a political leader in the country is making claims which is not under oath, the Election Commission will investigate like it has done.
And under oath क्या होता है? And under oath क्या होता है? Honestly, Mr. Yadav. I mean, the guy has done a press conference. He has repeated his claim multiple times in front of 500 cameras. What do you mean? What do you mean? He needs to be held accountable. He will be held accountable by the people of this country if the Election Commission says झूठ बोल रहा है.